Hey, what's up, everybody? Frederick Polk here. So, why am I so insistent on saying that Trump is stupid and not some evil genius or hatching some kind of grand conspiracy, even if he is a puppet of oligarchs pulling his strings? Because actually, if we don't call a thing for what it is, we're actually hurting ourselves. And I'll walk you through that. See, a lot of folks like to say that these billionaires, that these wannabe oligarchs, well, they must be smart because they got to that position somehow. But the problem with that is really what they're doing is they're committing an appeal to wealth fallacy. Now, what is a fallacy? Well, fallacious reasoning is anything that renders an argument either unsound or invalid. And in this case, an appeal to wealth, what that does is instead of using evidence for their actual intelligence, you're just pointing to their wealth. When they could have gotten that wealth for, well, by hitting the lottery, i.e. luck, or inherited privilege, or maybe they were just brazen enough to steal it and exploit other people, or a combination of all three in Elon Musk's case. So, but why is that important? See, the problem is with conspiracy thinking is what you're really trying to do in that, and is psychologically put some order artificially on an uncertain and often chaotic world. You want it to make sense. So instead of a bunch of Saudis and Pakistanis and Afghans getting on some planes and slamming them into buildings, when we had all these other agencies that are supposed to look out for that stuff, it was a grand conspiracy by the Bush administration. And they were trying to do a false flag so we can get into war for oil. Yeah. No. Or, the oligarchs have set Trump up because they secretly want to buy everything up and turn it into a neo-feudal state. And we're going to all be serfs. And maybe some of them have that plan, but it's a stupid plan. And they're stupid for having it. Because really, there's just too many intangibles when you start collapsing the dollar as a currency. It's not a viable plan. And while maybe it's written out on, Post-it notes for these people, it's still stupid. Yeah, but shouldn't we call, put some kind of evil genius on it? Won't that turn other people out? No, it really won't. Because here's the thing. With evil genius like that, then people think there's an order to the world. It's much more palatable. What's more terrifying is we've elected an idiot twice and let him run the free world and our country. And he has as his top economic advisor a guy who created a fake economic writer to back up his own theories. And Harvard gave him a PhD, and they haven't rescinded it yet. And when we don't call this stuff out for what it is, this is how you end up with RFK Jr. as the head of HHS, and who's a well-known anti-vaxxer. And all these studies that he points to, and all these people that he says, oh yeah, these people are legitimate, have been absolutely debunked. And we haven't said, this guy's freaking stupid. He's a moron. Same thing with Joe Rogan and all the people he has on. And go, these people are stupid, Joe, and you're stupid for having them on. Aaron Rodgers is stupid with all the other things that he points out. And this is how conspiracy theories spread. They're like a virus. That's why you have to call them stupid. Even if it's uncomfortable. And even if the implication is, my God, what did we do? Because if you ascribe brilliance when they're just brazenly stupid, this is what you get. When you ascribe genius to a bunch of jackasses, this is what we get. They're not geniuses. There's no grand master plan. They're just stupid. And they're in power. And that should be terrifying. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Keep the faith. defend democracy. And I'll see you later.